Hey everyone, welcome to our small footprint. My name is Nyssa, and if you're new here, we are a family of 8 who live off-grid in Australia. Every time I do these grocery shops, I say that I'm going to try and do a shop with me or whatever in relation to, being actual groceries. Now, give me a second. I'm going to turn the car off because I'm not sure if that sounds traveling. Might have been, so we'll turn that off. So every month I start one of these videos off and I attempt it, and I don't always succeed. Sometimes I release them, sometimes I don't, and sometimes this sort of intro becomes rather moot by the time I put things together. But anyway, we're going to give it a go again. So it is Tuesday. So normally I leave on a Wednesday, but I've left on a Tuesday this month because Thursday is public holiday. So I'm hoping to pick up a few things off Marketplace on Thursday, but also help Mum with cleaning out her back room, and it's her birthday Friday, so we might go to dinner Thursday or something like that. So we'll see what happens. But so I'm leaving on Tuesday. The other thing is that I left earlier this morning, though later than I had planned, because I was supposed to leave by like 9, and then we realized that we were out of toilet paper completely. So they can't not have toilet paper for 4 days. So Darryl had to drive to the nearest big servo and buy some toilet paper for the next 4 days, and then I got everything sorted and left. So you can see I've got the trailer on today because I'm picking up a whole bunch of stuff, hopefully, while I'm in Brisbane. I bought the girls new mattresses for their new beds because we needed king single mattresses, because that was the beds that we were given by Robin, and we didn't have king singles. We only had other things, but the other beds are still going to be used anyway, so we were going to need new mattresses anyway. So I ordered 2 king single mattresses, and I saved $50 on shipping by getting them sent to my aunt's place rather than to us, which works well because that's where I park the trailer, because I can't park it at Mum's because she only has street parking and it's too hard. So first up, I'm going to Auntie Gay's to drop the trailer off, and then from there I'm actually driving to the north side to visit a friend who is moving house. It happened all in a hurry, so she's got to do it real quick, and it means that she needs to dump some stuff at the tip and that she hasn't been able to sell and things like that. So I'm going to take the ute to her to give her a hand with that. So that's why I was leaving so early this morning. I then have grocery delivery turning up at Mum's between 6 and 8 tonight, and the one between 6 and 8 in the morning as well, so that I can spend all day tomorrow doing the groceries after I've already found out, if there was anything that was missed or substituted or anything in the click and collects. That will make that easier as well. And I've got a whole bunch to get done at Carindale because we need some new flannelette sheets. The girls need some valances for their beds, and I couldn't find king single ones online anywhere, but it looks like Target sells some, plus Aldi and all the rest of it. So anyway, I'm 2 hours into the trip. I stopped at Hungry Jack's, which is where I stop every time I do this run, because it's about 2 hours into the trip. I pull over, I go to the bathroom, I grab some Hungry Jacks, and then that is lunch for the day. And I'm going to keep on going. So now I will drive through, drop the trailer off, and then drive through again, and I'll catch up with you when I catch up with you. So, come along.
Alrighty, hey everyone. So I left off the video last on Tuesday, and of course I forgot to film anything else. Like, we went to the rubbish tip, which I could have shown the Australian rubbish tips for people who were interested, and we got rid of we filled the trailer with all the old stuff, got it all sent off at the tip, recycling and the green waste and all the rest of it got sorted, and then I came home. And I got Woolworths delivered, but it was dark by the time it was delivered. It was like 6:30 p.m. by the time it was delivered, so I got that all loaded into the containers in the back. Now, I just put it straight in the back of the ute rather than having to go up to Mum's unit, which means that it's all just packed in the bags in the back of the ute, and it's not going to be great. So when I come out with Aldi, I will show you the way the tins are at the moment, because then I'll have to reorganize it all to fit the Aldi stuff in there, unfortunately, but that's the way it is. Then this morning I got Coles delivered, which is those Coles bags in the back. They have the corn chips in them, so they're going to go into one of the totes which are left on the trailer when I do that, so that they don't get crushed. So I have those to go to. I got the Coles delivered. It was about 6:30 this morning, so the rest of that is in the back of the ute as well. Anything cold is in Mum's fridges and freezers. And now I'm at Carindale. So I did get some substitutions from Coles. I ordered the kids' OC shampoo and conditioner, and they've substituted it with this palm olive stuff, and we can't use it because it has SLS in it, and Darryl and Sonnet are allergic to SLS. They have severe eczema reactions to anything that has SLS in it. So there's half a dozen of these that I'm going to have to try and talk Coles into exchanging for me. They do not like exchanging click and collect orders, delivery orders at the store. Apparently it's run through different systems and everything else, but I can't wait. Like if I returned it via the delivery system, like the guy who delivered it could have taken it and put a credit in for me, but the credit wouldn't be valid until next trip. And that's just, I still have to go in and buy more of this because I don't have enough without these being exchanged. So I'm going to go in and try that. So it is now about 9 a.m. and I've hit Carindale and I'm going to go in. And now I brought my headphones so that I can try and do some filming in the shops without feeling like a complete dork. There could be other words there for that. So I will try and film some stuff. So we're going to go shopping in a bunch of different places today. We've got Target. I need to get the valances for the girls' beds and stuff from Target. I need to do some shopping in Kmart. I also need to pick up a few things at Coles, swap these, a few things at Coles. We will do Aldi as well. Maybe even back into Woolworths for some more rice milk. We'll see how we go. And we'll just go from there. So as per usual, I will just see what I manage to film and then put it together and see if it works later on. But these videos never turn out quite how I like, because I end up with a lot of this talking head stuff without actually filming anything. And I have had some people say, well, that was kind of pointless. So I don't want to waste time unnecessarily for you guys to watch either if it's not interesting in some way. It would be really neat to set up like a tripod when we're packing the car at Costco, so you can see just the sheer madness that it is of reorganizing everything at Costco, but that feels very douchey. So I haven't done it. It's also been up until now too hot, so unless I like attached an umbrella or something to my tripod, the phone would have overheated in doing it. So we will see, maybe in the middle of winter we can figure that out, though in Brisbane, even in the middle of winter, the sun's pretty excessive, so we'll see. So anyway, I'm sitting in the car park. I just wanted to put this here, and then that way I've got it in case I turn this into a video, and I'm about to head in and get started. Hitting Big W first just to check things out. Now the kids could really do with some new slippers, but slippers have to be sized correctly, and it just ends up painful. But look at these fluffy socks they've got here. $8 for the Heat Pods Underworks brand, and then Big W, they also have these ones here. So maybe this is the way to go for slippers for the kids this year, but maybe I will not grab them first go, and I'll check out Kmart and Best and Less and see what options they have in price as well. But it looks like there's probably enough here that I can get them for most of the kids. Darryl has been riding on push bikes with the kids lately and only has work boots, so we wanted to get him some sneakers. So I found these at a good price at Big W, but I FaceTimed him to show him the different options, and then I've never FaceTimed anyone before and couldn't figure out how to turn the FaceTime off, how to hang up. So that was interesting in the middle of the shop. But so yeah, we've grabbed these. These are $39. And they should be good for him to ride and put his orthotics in. And so in regards to slippers, like if you got branded ones for $19, but they're boots, so they have to be the right size, which is going to be an issue. And then they only come in the smaller sizes, most of them, and I don't know. So I think slipper socks might be the way to go for this year while the kids' feet are in such flux. Now I'm in Target, and the kids' jammies, they have these bear suits for clearance. They have the bear hoods and full suits, but they only have, in my kids' size, there's 114 and 110. All the rest are smaller sizes, so just going to grab those two since they're on clearance, and we'll see what else we can find today. All right, it is 10:45 and I'm doing my first trip out to the car to drop stuff off. So I went to Target to get sheets. Had discussed them before. I managed to find these flannelette king-size sheets for Darryl and my bed. I needed some new sheets for our bed for the new room. We're using some mismatched old stuff that doesn't fit the mattress properly. So I got these flannelette sheet set from Target, and they were $60, I think, which, you know, is a bit more than I really want to spend on sheets, but we needed them for winter, especially because the room's going to be cold. So I grabbed those, but I also wanted a second set so that we have them for washing purposes and stuff. And they had this mustard color, which I really like, with the forest green. It's not in flannelette, but it's in the brushed cotton, and it was on discount to $63. So I grabbed those as well. I also grabbed the girls. I've spoken about it on the channel that I needed balances for the ensemble beds because they're white, and they had these dark grey balances, so they will be great for the girls' new beds in their new room as well. So I grabbed them from Target, as well as the bear suits that I already showed you, and just a pair of clearance pajama pants for Surreal. I then went to the Asian shop. I had written down on my book the dollar per 100 of a few items that I wanted to check if there were any cheaper at the Asian store. Now, the rice noodles were a similar price, but they come in 500 gram packets, which is a lot better than the 300 gram packets from Coles and that, because we end up using one and a portion of those, whereas we can just use the whole packet of these. So they were a similar price, but they had that there. I needed some roasted shrimp paste for some curry powder. Their sushi sheets were, again, very similar price, but I just grabbed them while I was there. And the other thing was sushi rice. Now, I don't normally buy sushi rice. I just use white rice, and it's like $4.90 a kilo for sushi rice at like Coles or Woolies and stuff, so that's not worth it for me. This was on sale, 10 kilos for $22. It's still $2.20 a kilo, which is still more than I pay for white rice, but if we only use it for sushi, it will last a couple of shopping trips, so I decided to give that a go. I did duck into Woolworths to see if they had any rice milk here, because I only got 18 with the click and collect. They only had 4 on the shelf, so I grabbed them. Other than that, I think I showed, and I got some black vinegar from the Asian shop as well. So other than that, I think I showed everything. So this is all going in the car, and then I might go and have something to eat and reassess the next steps. 2:15, back at the car. I have done Coles and I have done Kmart. And now I'm going to go in and I'm going to run through Best and Less, because I didn't find any track pants anywhere for the kids. And then Aldi, and then I'll be done. So, then I have to go to Bunnings. So 2:15, let's see. I got some wooden curtain rails for the doors. I'll show a picture of the doors. Oh, I did have lunch too. I'll show you lunch. A quick photo of lunch there. And I also finished editing the pizza video while I was eating lunch. So I'm just unlocking the car. So, okay, to these wooden look curtain rails. Now, they are extendable curtain rails. I'm shoving everything in the back seat because I'm going to reorganize it later. I'm here for an extra day, so, I've got the time. So these are extendable, which means that I can have one at the shorter side of the doors and one at the longer side of the doors, which will work well. I got these for Mum for her birthday and Mother's Day. She doesn't really need anything. It's very much a novelty gift, but I thought it was kind of cool now that she's working from home. I got all the usual stuff at Coles, which we'll show in the grocery haul. There is some pajamas for the girls, some nice fluffy pajamas for the girls, extra SodaStream bottles, and then some other dinosaur fluffy pajamas. So I ended up with a pair of pajamas, fluffy pajamas for every child, which was the goal. Some on clearance, some not. That's life. Darryl also needed pajama pants, and these are really good. These are only $6.75 at Kmart because they've got no pockets or anything, which you don't need in pajama pants. So they're just plain cotton stretch pajama pants. So I got them for him. Also, I found adult slipper socks for Darryl and I that I really liked, but I didn't find any kids in anywhere else. So it looks like I'm going to have to go back to Big W because they had the best variety. So I do have to go back there as well. I got some wireless controllers for their gaming consoles and some headsets because they needed some headsets. I got this for Darryl as well, a headset stand because this headset always ends up on the floor. I also got some ceiling strips for the floor in the new rooms. This was a clearance thing in yarn. It's chunky, this beautiful green tinged chunky yarn. I'm going to crochet up a new hat with that. Some curtain tie backs, cat bowls, filters for the cat, water, and then these are the curtains that I got. So I got a wide one and a narrow one of those, and they had some family size packets of chips that were half price. So I grabbed those as a treat to go home for the kids as well. So that was the next trolley full. I'm going to unpack this and then I'm going to do Best and Less, Big W and Aldi. I also got fancy donuts for Mum and I for dessert tonight, which I get every time I come shopping. If you see them, this one is a white chocolate Biscoff and a Boston cream. So really decadent that we share once on each trip. Also, they let me swap out the shampoo and conditioner, so I got the organic SLS-free ones to replace those palm olive ones that the kids couldn't use. So I got those to replace the ones that they substituted that we couldn't use. There was a little bit of persnicketiness, but they let me do it in the end. So it is 3:50 now and I'm back at the car. So I went back to Best and Less and Big W and got some clearance stuff at Best and Less, which is pretty cool. I'll show you in a sec. And the slippers from Big W. And now I've got the Aldi stuff, which is all of this. That I have to get in here, but I didn't pack this properly because of the delivery, so I'm going to have to reorganize this to fit this in there. They also only had 7 cans of coconut cream and 17 rice milks, so I'm going to head to the next Aldi once I get this packed away for the extra. So, you know, we're getting there. It's nearly 4 o'clock. It's normally 5 or 6 o'clock by the time I finish in a full day, so you know, I've got to go to Bunnings as well, and Bunnings is next to the Aldi at Cannon Hill, so that works out all right. So I'm going to load this into the car, and then I will head there. Hot and sweaty, but I managed it, so let me show you. So this has all been rearranged, and now everything but the rice cakes fits. And what I've done is I've turned the car on and wound the window down, put the rice cakes in, and then I'm going to wind the window back up with them in there, and then they won't fall. If I opened that door, I'd never be able to get them in there, but that will work for the moment until I rearrange the back seat. But other than that, everything's in here. Now I am going to have to leave some of this cardboard rubbish in the trolley, which I hate doing because I've got all these bags. Oops, got the cord caught. I do have these are my drive home snacks, my cheesy snacks that I buy because everyone else can't eat them, so I eat them at home. But I do have all these bags that I'm going to keep a couple of to take the cold stuff up to Mum's place. But the rest of them I'm going to stick in the trolley, and hopefully the trolley guy will put them in a recycle somewhere, because I can't, like normally I just show them in the car and I put them in the recycling bin when I get to Mum's, but I don't have room. So I'm just going to have to be that person, unfortunately. But that's it. So now I'm going to head to the next Aldi and try and get some more coconut cream and rice milk and see how we go. And then I'm going to have to go to Bunnings. So that's the last 2 for the day. All right, I'll catch up with you again. It's 6 p.m. It's dark, and yeah, it's great. But Bunnings is done, so and now I've just got Aldi to go. A fortune was spent as per usual. We needed a new sander. We needed fly screener for the new doors. We got got some new batteries. These alone, the batteries for all our battery related stuff, is $300 for the 2 of them. It's just some paintbrushes, a bunch of different size screws, some weather shield plastic for the top of the door, some snakes, some sanding paper, charcoal, and paint. Alrighty, the lighting's going to be really bad because it's nighttime. So it's only 6:10 now. So it's only 10 minutes since I filmed the last light. So I got everything unpacked and into the car where it loaded to the eyeballs. And now I'm at the Aldi. So I got to see if I can just get some coconut cream and some rice milk from here. And that's all I need. And I'll just check the clearance section just in case. And then I'm going home. So let's see what we can get. Alrighty, so it's now 6:30 and I forgot to show you the trolley, but I did really well. This Aldi I managed to get 35 tins of coconut cream and 36 rice milks. So I got 18 from Woolworths, 17 from the other Aldi, plus the 4 extra from Woolworths, plus the 36. So we've got heaps of rice milk, heaps of coconut cream, because the plan is for an 8-week stretch. So we've run out of rice milk on a 6-week stretch. So I'm trying to push some quantities up a little bit there. though we do have more porridges and things like that in winter than plain cereal, so they probably won't go through it as fast. But anyway, it won't go off its UHT milk, so that's fine. Finding places for all of this stuff once we get home might be a challenge though. But anyway, so I got those. Now, I pretty much cannot open a door in the car except the driver's side door. I've had to shove things in windows. So I'm going to have to unpack out of windows before I can open doors. There is just stuff everywhere. Yeah, it's going to be fun. But at least we have that extra day. So I can reorganize the car tomorrow. And not have to do it all Friday morning, because we have to pack the trailer Friday morning with the couches and the mattresses and stuff that I'm getting as well. So I've got to pick up rugs too. So yes, anyway, so that's it for tonight. So it is 6:30 on Wednesday evening.
Morning, everyone. It is 8:30 on Friday, and we are just getting the car sorted. So we've got, I'll turn you around and show you. Got the car still loaded to the eyeballs at the moment with everything that we're trying to sort out. I also picked up the 2 rugs yesterday on the public holiday. So I've got 2 green rugs there, but I've also got all this stuff. This is full too. And then we packed the back of Mum's car at Mum's place with all the fridge and freezer stuff. All this here too. And now we're going to work on getting the trailer sorted and packed up. So I'll show the trailer once we're done with that. But yeah, so at the moment we're just trying to figure out how to organise all this. 9:30 and I'm all loaded up, but I'm going to drive off and I'll show you when I park it next to what the car looks like at the moment. So 9:30 we're all loaded up, heading to the fruit and veg.
10:20 and we're hitting the fruit and veg shop. So let me just show you the car on the way past. The utes all just empty for us to get the fruit and veg on, and then we've got the trailer all loaded for ready to go with those couches and stuff. So this is the butcher and fruit and veg that I come to, and we've done the butcher. We're just putting this back in Mum's car first. $11:45 and we've hit the Costco. So now we have to sort the meat out of the car. So all the meat from the butcher ended up under here. So we're just going to have to move some of this stuff to do that. So this is what the fruit and veg ended up looking like. It's jam-packed all the way through. But we leave this in Mum's car until we come back out, rather than sitting in the sun on the back of the ute. So we're just going to move stuff around and get the meat out to put in the esky on the trailer, though, before we go in. 10:03 and we've just finished in 10:03 and we've just finished at Costco, and it rained while we were in there, which is fantastic. So we just remember that we left Mum's windows down for the fruit and veg too, so hopefully anyway, and everything got wet. So it is 4 o'clock, so it's been an hour and 10 minutes that has Mum's dodging out of the camera. She wasn't even in the camera line. Hour and 10 it took us to pack it up today, just reorganizing things and making sure everything fit. But let's have a look. So we've got the trailer repacked. We bought some extra couple of crates that lid's not sitting on. Extra couple of crates to stack some things into, and then everything, we've got all the straps around, and we put the matching crate over here so that it was even and the eskies are filled. And then the back of the ute has everything, all the fruit and veg and stuff in it, and the tins. And then I'm loaded up in the front as well and in the back. So, you know, something's sure to fall on me on the drive, I'm sure. But we're ready to head home. So it's 6 p.m. and I've stopped at the Bunnings. I'm 2 hours from home because this rug keeps unraveling and flapping around in the back of my windscreen, and it's really disconcerting. I actually duct taped some cushions that were moving around, but there's just too much movement. So I stopped at the Bunnings and grabbed another net to go over. So another $50 later, but just for comfort factor for the rest of the 2-hour drive home, that extra net over the top, and we will use it for many things. It's just a matter of added cost on a already expensive weekend. well, it's not even a weekend, it's just the supply run. And because we only do it every 7 or 8 weeks, I spend, 2.5, 3 grand on each of these trips, and I don't spend anything else the rest of the time. But it still feels horrible to spend that much money in one go. But we save it up for those 7 or 8 week hauls. So I don't know if you can see at the back there, but that's where I could see the rug flapping around. So it's going to be better now. But it is 6 o'clock and I've got 2 hours to go. 5 o'clock, 2 hours to go, whatever time it was. And that means that I'm going to be home in the dark and unpacking in the dark and filming in the dark, and it's going to suck. But we don't have a choice. I see a lot of families who do like the grocery hauls and they put it all away and then they pull it all back out to film it. Yeah, no, not going to happen. So it has to be done tonight, which means that our normal hot dogs for dinner aren't going to happen. Darryl's cooking the kids' dinner now because by the time I get home, unpacked and everything else, it'll be too late for dinner. I had a chicken burger at Costco when we finished at like 2:30 or whatever, and I have turtle chips, and I bought a couple of bottles of water as well, so I will be fine. I can always have something at home later if I need, but yeah, shitty having to drive home in the dark, unpack in the dark, and all the rest of it, but it happens in winter. You only get caught up a little bit, and all of a sudden you've got a winter evening that you're doing it. So anyway, and this stop caused delays and stuff too. So heading home now.
So I'm home, as you can tell by the backdrop. But normally the end of the shop with me video would be the unpacking of the car and that, but it was pitch black by the time I got home, and we haven't got lights set up or anything, so I didn't film the unpacking. So I'm just doing this quick little finish because I ended the last little bit that didn't actually have an end. So got home, and by the time we unpacked all the groceries and filmed it, it was 9 p.m. So I will leave this video here and then I will upload this one, and while this one's all being sorted, I will start on the actual grocery haul for you guys and adding up all my numbers and stuff. So I hope you enjoyed coming along for the couple of days shopping, and I will see you tomorrow with the actual grocery haul and all its breakdown and things like that.